So in the studio today we have Doris and Sheila from the Santa Sea, and this is their end of the Santa Sea report. So, how did it go?
Went as Santa Sea festivals go, it went pretty well. Like there were fewer people around. At all the events. I don't think it was only at ours. I think there's a few. I don't know how the ACW did with their potluck, but I know there was fewer at the fire department. Their fish supper, and the park didn't fill up. So we had no overflow parking. But we had 2 good days of weather, Thursday, Friday, and then, well, for us, for committee, it was better. If we got to move down, I would just as soon stay down. So then we moved down for Saturday, and so on Saturday and Sunday we're at the arena. And I just say thank God we got the arena to fall back on.
Exactly.
Well, just for example, the arena dance was down 130 people.
What?
Yeah, attendance at the dance.
That's attendance at the dance.
Yeah.
So that's
So for like part was what we had this conversation before, but I guess you mean the cost of the park fees going up. That's one of the reasons.
I think it might be because the park itself wasn't full, so park costs might be affecting tourism right across the province.
Yeah.
And even though like our road is pretty good this year.
Oh yes.
But like people who came down last year, like it might have said, well, never again. I'm going back. It takes a little while because that bad news gets out real quick. Like everybody's talking about how bad the road was, but they're not all talking about how good it is. And it's not perfect, but it's just as good as any stretch of road in the province right now. Like any of the off the main highway sort of thing, right? So I don't know. It would be a lot of factors, but anyway, we went through it and. Yeah.
So is there anything that you would change for next time?
Well, we've already looked at changes. Well, first we didn't know if we were going to have a committee for next year at all. And I guess we're going to put this on at the end, but we might as well do it now. Because there's been a lot of talk about a come home year for next year, and we make it perfectly clear that our Santa Sea committee will not be doing a come home year.
Okay.
We will be doing, we have plans in place to do a scaled back Santa Sea where we look we would like to go with 3 nights and 2 days. So we would start Thursday night and go all day Friday and all day Saturday. So we have Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And then because it's really none of us are young anymore, and if we're at the arena until 4 o'clock on Saturday night, and then we got to come down and get it all cleaned up and sit up for the regular activities again Sunday afternoon. It's just too hard on us,
I would imagine.
Yeah. So we would finish off with the dance on we would do all of our draws on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And then the dance would be the end of the Santa Sea.
Yeah.
And that would give it talking about with the games and stuff so the games would then only be on Friday and Saturday. And seriously, there's only so much money that kids have to spend, and
That's right.
Parents can't afford to be passing out money for games on all 4 days. So if there's only 2 days. Well,
2 days. 2 days is.
2 days.
There's only 2 days that our games is
that are
anyway.
So we cut back on some of our expenses that way, and we'd also cut that back on the time and effort required on part of our committee members. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But again, so that's our plan. Now, if some other group in the town wants to have a come home year, absolutely strike your own committee and build it around that same week if you want to, which would make sense.
Yes, that's right.
But or if you wanted to strike a totally different committee and have it some different time, that's perfectly all right. But we are. When you have a come home year, there's a whole lot more expected of you. There's all those invitations that get sent out and parades and pageants and you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we're just not
Yeah.
doing it. So
Yeah, that's
if, if everybody knows that up front, like they've got the whole year to,
Yeah.
they can't come like, you know, next year in April and say, well, you know, how come you don't have come home year? We've already told you we're not having a come home year.
Yeah.
So
And we will be taking, you know, we just had a meeting of the committee last night, but in September we'll be taking back to the 2 clubs and our suggestions, and hopefully the clubs will go along with.
yes, like the
You know,
cutback
the
thing. So yeah, 'cause
suggestions,
that's
right?
not etched in stone.
No,
we don't get the
that's
support of the Lions and the Lioness. But that was we had our crew up meeting last night, and that was some suggestions that we could live with, like our committee. We could, you know, stay together as a committee
Yeah.
for this much if we got the support of the
Lions and
Lions
Lioness.
Yes.
It's just too much, like Thursday night not getting home till 2:30 in the
That's right.
morning, and then Saturday night not
Yeah.
getting home till 4 o'clock, and being in the arena again by 8:30 cleaning
Yes.
up
Yeah.
beer
Yes.
mouths.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
You know. So,
Yeah.
The beer bottle
Yeah.
wouldn't ours either.
No,
Well,
and
that's
that's
what-
the thing. We never get a chance to sit down and enjoy it, right?
No, it's right. It's right. Because
So-
you're always doing something.
Yes.
But that's understandable though, because you know, I mean, Saturday night is usually like the big night, so it's
Yes.
so it should end in with that anyway.
Yes, exactly. I
Yep.
agree. Absolutely. Sunday is always just a dead day anyway. Just trying
Yeah.
to, you know, and everybody's so tired. You don't want to.
Some food.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Well, you
And,
only make enough Sunday, and any, like say we have the poker whack and our 50-50, and we try to make enough on that
Yep.
to pay for that afternoon entertainment, because we can't charge for our entertainment for that.
No.
afternoon. And Sunday we're pushing it to make enough money to pay for that person
Yeah.
play for the
Just
evening.
buy.
Yeah.
So really, we're not making any money on
No.
Sunday.
And
No.
and you know and like and when we were talking about this, like we'd like to have like Lions and Lioness. Like okay, so we like to. It was our committee, and we'll get everything done, everything ready, and stuff like that, and we'll work the days like we do with the help from our organizations now. But like, we'd like to have somebody else take over. Say, let's you guys run the street dance. You know, like from the Lions, Lioness. We have those 4 is going to do that,
That's right.
and that we can sit back and take the street dance night off, right? And
Yeah.
we can go to the street
Good idea,
dance,
yeah.
and then the other like and half of the committee say, and then the other half of the committee will work the Saturday
Work-
night dance, you know,
yes.
and they can have it off. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
it makes
Look
a
there, too.
lot of sense like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
And
Because
for-
I mean, because like you guys organize it as you was saying there, like you can't enjoy your own.
we don't enjoy a thing. We don't
Right.
we don't even get don't have a drink. The only
That's
time
right.
you ever gets to sit down and have a drink is when you get home, you're beat, and says, okay, can we have a drink now? Like, you know, like
Yeah.
your feet are aching, and,
Yeah.
and like, you know, and we got all those, you know, like, all the people that come home, that they're our friends too, right?
That's
like,
right,
you know,
yeah.
and the only time we get to see them is if you're leaning across the bar at the Saturday night dance, you can't even talk to them, like, you know, the
Yeah.
music is on and stuff. So yeah, we'd like to have some time
Yes.
to enjoy it too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and also I guess you would like to try to get some new recruits if you need.
yes, exactly.
If
You know,
you can.
but of course, and that's the other thing. Like both of our organizations are like we're old. Like you know, we don't have a we don't know. Well, I mean, I'll be 65 in December.
Yeah.
So you know, like we don't have like young people,
No.
and young people are not joining organizations. They're
No.
not volunteering the way that
That's right.
that we have been doing for like you know for years and years and years, right?
Yeah.
So if we don't get some fresher faces and some help, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, well, you know, there's only so
Yeah,
much you
it's
can
gonna
do.
go down. The
Yeah,
Sand
there's only
Sea
so
is
much
gonna
you
be
can
no
do.
more.
And you know, like
Yeah.
an idea, and Sand Sea is good for the town. If you look,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
if you look, even this year with attendance down, like restaurants were full, like the club did well, the stores did well. You know,
Yeah.
the town is busy, so you know,
Yeah,
like
that's right.
it's
Yeah, it's not all about the Sand Sea Committee.
No,
I
that's
mean,
right.
the whole town gets the benefit from this.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
you take the last year, the fire department and their fish supper.
Hmm.
If we got the figures right, they in one afternoon
Hmm.
they made as much as we did for half of the festival.
Just boy.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
because
hard.
you know because like a lot of people you know and the fire department is again they're a wonderful organization. We couldn't have the town without them.
That's right.
But they're one afternoon. There's a lot of hard work you know for
Oh,
that
yeah,
afternoon.
Yeah.
But like there's it's all profit like you know.
That's right.
And we're the ones who are bringing in the stuff and paying for it, making this happen.
Yeah.
And you know,
That's right.
So, and
Well,
we're
that's
glad they
good.
did well. We're glad they did well. Like the
Yeah.
ACW, if they do well with their potluck, wonderful. And if the 50 plus do well with their brunches, again, more power to them. And the restaurants and the stores and the club, whatever. Like, we're happy to see money coming into our town,
Exactly,
being
yeah.
spent here instead of going to Funland or
That's right.
whichever other places people go to take holidays. And again, no, I'm not criticizing that, but I like to see money stay home sometimes too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Now, and I have some people before we get it. I don't know if you have anything else, but I
Yeah,
I
no,
get
you
some
go read.
thank yous out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I have to thank our committee, everybody on our committee. Like again, some committee members contribute more than others because some of them are working and like and only can come in certain times and some of us have a higher level of commitment than others but I want to thank the committee, our Sandusky committee, because they put in hours and hours and hours that nobody even sees.
That's right, yeah.
And they work really, really hard. So thanks to those, and thanks to the Lions and Lioness who sell the bingo cards and sell the tickets and who come up and help out with the dances and with the ticket sales and the games and all those other things that we do. So I want to thank those people as well. And then there are people who are not in the Lions and Lioness who help out with the parking, and they like on Thursday, again we're talking about on Thursday afternoon, the Lioness always have their roast beef supper, and there's us from the committee are all up to the park busy, and so it was really stressful for the ones that are left down at the community center trying to get that done. So there we do have some people from the community, some ladies who volunteer to help out, and so thanks to those and all the people who do the parking at the park. Again, that's necessary. You can see them up there, but somebody's got to go and ask them, and they volunteer their time. So I want to thank those, and again, the recreation students. If we didn't have them, we couldn't run it. There's just not enough of us. Those games take a lot of energy. There's 6, 7, 8 games that we're trying to run for the kids, and the students, the recreation students, have been fantastic. And again, you see them during the festival, but before the festival, they wrap up all the cards for the poker walk for us and stuff like that. And they're really, and they
blow up all the toys.
Yeah, they blow up all those things, and
Yeah.
and they help. They came up in the morning, helped us move the stuff down from the park when we got rain. So
Yeah.
I really had a big thank you to those people, and the park staff. The park staff has been fantastic.
That's fun.
They actually took because when we got the beach party up on First Beach this year, and the park staff actually took down the poles and stuff on their little quad machine, whatever it is they got, so they took it all down for us, and when we went up, so that was on Friday night. Now Saturday, you remember it was raining Saturday morning, so when we went up to start bringing our stuff down, because the women was going to go to the shed and pick up the stuff we needed brought down to the arena. The men were going to clean up on the beach. They had it already done, and they were really.
Yeah, the only thing the men had to do was take down the netting that we had to bar off the beach. Everything
Yeah.
else,
What?
they had the fireplace, the farm where we had the fire cleaned up. They had all the garbage, beer bottles and everything picked up, which was
Yeah.
wonderful
Yeah.
because it was
Yes.
pouring down rain at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
So they were really, really good, and I wanted, Sheila's already mentioned that the attendance was down, but there were people who were there for all 4 days of the festival, and I really want to thank all the people from Burgeo and the people outside of town who showed up each day of the festival, who bought our tickets, who walked the poker walk, signed up for the 50-50. It's just these little things, but if they weren't there, there'd be no festival. So
That's right, yeah.
I want to thank
And they were at all the They were at all
Yes.
the meals. They were
Yes.
at you could.
You
There were
could pick
certain
them out.
people you see them
Everywhere,
every day.
everywhere,
They
yeah.
participate in everything,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is good, right?
Yes.
You know.
And then we had vendors, we had more people selling things at tables this year than before.
year.
This is the best year we ever did with that.
yeah.
and like I think they did well. We were certainly glad to have them there, you know.
Oh yeah, the two from Ramsey said they done really well and they got their name out there. And I was talking to Melissa and she said she done really good with her Sweet Legs,
Legs, yeah.
and
Yeah,
she got that out there. And
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
I think the little is it Savannah?
Savannah,
Skinner?
she did
I mean,
well
she had
too.
little bracelets and stuff there, and
well.
Yeah.
she done really. Her mother said
Yeah.
she done really well.
Yeah,
Right? I
she-
mean, she's
yeah.
only a
That's
little,
good.
little girl,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And
So yeah. And I guess, and then my last thank you, and I probably got somebody, because you always leave somebody out when you start listing people for thank you, but I want to thank our sponsors, you know, everybody who donated, big, small, whatever it was, like obviously BBS and Timber Mart, like, you know, these were the two big ticket items that we sold tickets on, and then
Yeah.
after the daily giveaways came from Timber Mart as well, like, you know, they're a super they're a super sponsor. There's no other way I could say it.
Yeah.
But they're also a big business, right? So,
Yes.
and there's a lot of small businesses that contributed, like with smaller prizes, like and
Yeah.
every prize was greatly appreciated.
Oh, yes,
Every $10 gift certificate, $5 gift certificate, it doesn't matter. We had a list of daily draws, and I don't think you'd have a better giveaway at any festival anywhere in the province.
That's fine.
So
Perfect.
yeah. Now that's pretty much. I'm going to pass over to Sheila now. Sheila's going to give the. Did I miss
And you're going to
anything?
post all your.
And I- yes, and I- and I
all of
gave-
our winners going to be on BBS
Oh, yeah.
and all of our sponsors.
Yeah,
will
and I
be
just
on
passed
BBS.
that in outside the list of everybody who sponsored us and the list of people who won the things we were selling tickets on. So that'll be
Okay,
good.
so financially, we took in $20,025.
Yep.
Our expenses were $10,995.43,
Mhm.
minus the $450 for the Max Sims camp that Clyde Morrison and the bike riders did for the Max Sims camp. They give it to us, so we passes it back to the Lions.
Yes. Yeah.
So we actually cleared on the Sand and Sea was $8,572.82.
Just one.
And that being said, it is close to what we done last year, although the attendance was down.
Yeah.
We didn't have to buy as much stuff this year.
Yes.
Like we didn't have to buy buttons. We didn't buy as many brochures, and we didn't have to buy as much product
Yes.
stuff. So that
Yeah,
that
so you
that
already-
helped,
So you're getting a lot of that stuff established now. So.
yeah. Like next year now, you're going to have to buy in again because we're down, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't buy any merchandise this
Merchandise
year.
this year,
Not
no,
a thing.
no.
So anything we sold on mugs or T-shirts or pins or buttons, it was all profit.
It was
this year
all what
because
we
we
had
paid for it
paid
last
for
year,
years
right?
before, right?
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really that.
Yeah.
And we did like prices like our tokens were $4, right?
Yeah.
Now they were $4 and they were 5 for $20, so there was no deal for on tokens at all. And I know that might have ticked off some people, but like last year we were saying $4, but then it was 6 for $20. So
Yeah.
we were giving away a free token every time you
Sweet.
put in $20, and
Yeah.
like we couldn't afford it. Like we
No, it's
really
right.
couldn't afford it. So
Yeah.
No, I mean the beer is expensive, and
That's right.
and we realized last year
that
every $20 we would give out and buy a beer, right?
we were
Yeah.
giving away
It was,
$4,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
And well, especially if it's cans of beer, because cans of beer is more than bottles.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, and we
Right.
gotta
It's
use
all
all
cans,
cans
Yeah.
because
gotta
we don't
all-
use. That's why we know
Yes.
people was bringing stuff into the arena because we got
Exactly.
cans, bottles up there on the thing, and we got bottles from coolers, and we
Oh,
know
yeah.
what coolers we brought in.
It was
we
all
picked up all
everything was-
kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Everything was cans,
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
well.
And so and people continue to do that, and people
And
continue.
that's sad,
Yeah.
because really, you
Yeah.
can manage if you can manage to come up to the dance, you can manage to buy
Yeah.
a couple of drinks,
And
right?
people
You know?
come to the street dance and stand outside of our barriers and listen to the music and dance in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Outside, and we can't do anything about
and
that,
nothing
but
we
it's
can-
sad
No,
too, right? You know that you
yes,
can't
that you won't-
participate.
That you
Yeah.
won't come pay your $5 to get into the street dance and
Yeah,
buy a
true.
drink
Yeah.
at our bar, right? You know
Because
what I
all
mean?
this money is going back that we take in. We give it to the Lions and Lionesses, but you know that the Lions and Lionesses is given to the town. Like
Yeah.
last year we give $2,500 to the cemetery committee for the road. We
That's
give
right. That's right.
$2,500 to the fire department, I think, for their
Yeah.
truck
And $2,500 to the arena. For
arena
the
for
restrooms.
their cement
Yeah.
to do the. So all of our money goes back into the town.
Oh yes,
you know,
everything he does. Yeah.
you know,
that's
so
that,
everything is volunteer, and all of it goes back into
Yes.
the town. So
Yeah.
all we're asking is, please participate in our
That's
Saturday.
right.
Help us.
Especially if you're going to be beside her, come in.
Yes, come on, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I would be kind of ashamed if I had to do that. Like,
Yes, I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'd be embarrassed to be seen there, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but you
yeah,
know.
but that's the way sometimes. It,
Yeah, that's, you know.
well, I suppose well, you would have to put like a barrier up on the corner of the road back there. At least then say, well, you want us to come in,
Yeah.
pay a ticket, and then you have walk all the way through. Imagine.
Yes, yeah.
But if you done that, then there'll be people complaining about that too.
Yes,
No,
oh yeah,
and
you know.
we just we
Only
we
do
just
what you
hope
can.
people will
That's right.
participate and enjoy the music and come out. Right, you know, it was the attendance was down at the street dance as well, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
And it was a beautiful night.
Oh,
it
it was.
wouldn't, you know, I could-
Yeah, yeah, and the fireworks went off beautifully.
it was
Yeah, and we
perfect.
thank
It
the
was-
town for
yeah.
that too.
Oh, yes,
That
I
was
forgot
beautiful.
that. Oh
Yes.
yeah, the town and the fire department who
Yeah.
Let them off, did they?
yeah, the fire
Yes,
department who
yeah.
set it off for
there
us.
was 4 of them. One of
Yeah.
them
And
cinema.
they were
we do
spectacular.
appreciate that.
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
as good as fireworks anywhere. Like you know,
Oh, yeah.
really.
Yeah, well, I was up on my driveway there, just watching them
Just
go up, and
perfect. Yeah.
beautiful night and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Well, they said they were watching them in Ramia, so
oh, was it? It was fun. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they can see
Yeah.
someone
That's
over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. At least we didn't have that fog lingering too much.
No, that's right.
Right?
It was like those two nights were those 2 days, Thursday, Friday,
Oh,
really made it for us.
The
Right?
beach
Yeah.
party
Yeah.
up to the beach, like
Yeah.
you know, there
Oh.
was a fair crowd up there. There wasn't a huge crowd, but it
But that's
was,
only a fun. And that was the only relaxing night that
Oh, it
we
was
had. Like there was
beautiful.
nothing.
Yeah.
There was no
Like, we
money
sat all
changing
night.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
so,
like,
yeah.
no, we weren't selling anything. There was no bar open. You brought your
That's
own
right.
refreshments. There
Yeah.
was no 50-50s. There was nothing,
nothing.
right?
So you wouldn't cost anybody anything. Only
so
what
it
you
was
wanted
just-
to bring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you wanted, and you know, and like we'd like to get that on to go again and improve
Yes.
on it. You know, like we'd like to have some.
We'd like more people
Yeah.
come up and play their guitars and sing along.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
that's
yes.
the thing, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, because it wasn't a concert, you know, like
No,
it was
it's right.
everybody was, it was like, we
Yeah.
wanted, and, you know, and Clayton and Travis and Joe didn't expect to be sitting down there singing the whole night,
That's
right? They
right.
thought, I would do a couple of tunes, get people started, and then somebody else would sit down, because there's lots of people who play and sing,
Always,
you know,
I would say.
so, but
Yeah.
hopefully we get that going.
We had a fellow from out of town, on the tail end of it, from Cornerbrook. He was play and sing for a bit
Yeah,
on the tail end of it, and
Hmm.
Kay was there with her
yeah, that's right, yeah,
mandolin, and but like there was nobody else came by.
yeah,
There was
Yeah.
a couple of the Mark's girls.
let's say, sang a couple of,
Okay,
They
yeah.
sang a
Yeah.
couple
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we
And-
wanted. People
yes.
coming up and saying,
That's right.
you know.
but we did learn that we need amplification, we need like
Yeah.
a speaker of some sort. So
Yes.
because like sound doesn't carry beyond
No.
the first inner circle. But you know that's
That's right.
that's the first time we got it off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
live
so
and learn
that
from
was the
it,
worst
you
of
know.
it because the ones outside really couldn't hear it, so they were talking. So
That's right.
their voices was overpowering
Yeah,
the music.
Yes, yes.
and we didn't want it to be. You know, we didn't want them not be able to talk. We just wanted to be able to amplify the music
That's
so
right,
that
yeah.
we wanted to hear it.
They could hear it
you know?
and sing
So,
along
yeah.
as well as the rest, you know,
Yeah.
everybody else. Right?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
nice, I must
Yeah.
say.
we enjoyed it.
Right on.
So that's all for me, I believe. Unless you can think of something
No,
else, Sheila.
There you go. Perfect. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for coming in, and I'm still going through the videos and stuff like that, and hopefully that I'll have just like a brief summary of it
Yeah.
on this week's news, and then later on I'll have a little bit more on whatever and stuff like that. So hopefully now that it'll all work out. And
Perfect.
so thank you very much.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you, Stephen.